One thing you have to realize about, being enslaved is that those communities were destroyed. They were broken apart. There is no future. We're looking at climate change. And for me, it feels the same kind of way. There are going to be climate refugees. There's going to be all this disruption. It bankrupted all the enslaved people. And at the same time, it created the machinery for the Industrial Revolution, which ultimately is responsible for all the greenhouse gases that we have today. Just don't understand that was built on the backs and through the blood of people who were forced. I mean, they didn't come to the U.S., like let me make my reservation. It was like, you're getting on a boat, you might survive, you might not survive. There's no way that I can be thinking about my grandkids 100 years from now and not thinking about my son or my daughter being stopped by the police next week. I mean, like, they might not even make it to that point. So there's no way we can push all of these policies forward without looking at the human condition, without looking at it through the lens of justice. When those events impact BIPOC communities, you're already starting with less resources to begin with. This big event comes in, devastates your community, then you got to figure out how to rebuild. And in many cases, you can't rebuild. If you're a renter, you might be evicted, moved, displaced, period. You don't make it back, and it destroys the fabric of the neighborhoods. These inequities have been set up over very long periods of time, and they're manifesting themselves just like with the COVID-19 pandemic. You see them, and then some event happens, and then you realize, whoa, this didn't just happen today. It's been built up for decades. Part of environmental justice is about having people sitting at the table. So you understand what the issues are when all those people are sitting around the table. We don't have that yet with climate justice. We don't have enough young people who are in policy. We don't have enough young people who are working with all these projections, the models. We don't have that. And part of that is tied to justice. Part of it is tied to a broken education system that leaves Black and brown kids behind. And so when you get to those rooms, those rooms where these decisions are being made, you're back to a deficit again. There are going to be climate refugees. There's going to be all this disruption. And we have a choice. We can do something about it now, or we can let this thing play out. And I think we'll lose if we let it play out. I just don't see the win for it. I don't see the win really for anyone.